Hello and welcome again to another series of product previews from Macking domain. For those who are unfamiliar, we specialize in broadcast and streaming solutions, and we'd like to share a special product with you today because recently we found that everybody's doing live streaming, but we also noticed that not everyone necessarily has the know-how on how to improve their streams. So I think what we have here today is a pretty easy to use product that can actually bring a lot of improvement to the quality of your streams. But before we get on to the nitty-gritty of the product, perhaps I can ask Yokti a bit, because this is Yokti, by the way, who has many years of experience in the field. I suppose I can start by asking you a question. What are the common problems that streamers usually face when they try to do live streams?
Streamers usually use the computer to stream. If let's say you have i5, i7 machines, I think just for streaming, I think it's fine. But when you start to use your computer to do multitasking, like for example, you want to do like OBS switching, you want to do with vMix switching and stuff like that, then you start to realize that sometimes your stream is affected. Because when you do streaming, the processor will use up quite a bit to convert the files to H.264 or H.265. So the CPU will be overheat. So that is one of the key features. And then the second one, the key problem, the second one is actually what if the mixer or during the production some of the things got into trouble. Like for example, computer crash, or it could be freeze screen. Some of the device like freeze and then you don't have signal coming in. Those are the problems that sometimes may occur. And also there's another one is like the lip sync issue, where most of the people will realize that after a while, in the beginning the stream is okay, but at the end of the day, at the end of the clip, you start to realize that the lip sync has gone a little bit too much, and what could be the problem for those. So those are the common three issues that most of the people are facing.
So which is why we're kind of excited to talk about this product, because it precisely addresses those three major problems that we find common in live stream. So perhaps Yukti, you can sort of explain how it actually overcomes it.
Okay, we always tell the clients that you don't try to put all your use your computer to do everything, like multitask for everything. So in order to get your machines to the optimum, the machine should do what the machine should do. And then we start to tell people that to offload, like for example, the streaming to a streaming device. So in the market there are a lot of streaming devices. Some are reliable, some are not so, some are very pricey, some are reasonable. But I want to tell you today, this product that we have is actually quite reasonable. Maybe we can pull out the pricing. We have it at our Macking domain right now. You can see that we have four models here. We have the SDI version. This is without the NDI-HX. This is the HDMI module, which is 1190. You also have the NDI module, which is a bit more costly, 500 extra. Alright, so this one is about 600 extra. So if you do not need to use an NDI, you just want to do streaming, this encoder or this encoder is a choice to go. Now maybe I just explain to you a little bit. You can see this is to connect to your network. Alright, so when you connect to the network, you will be able to do the UI programming. And then this is a video input, meaning that coming out from your computer or coming out from your mixing device to go in. You can also loop up so that you can actually connect to another monitor to see your video while you're streaming out. There's also a audio in and audio out as well. You can also this one need to power up via the 12 12-volt power supply that is already in the package. We also have two USB port here where you can put in your flash card, or your SSD or your hard disk to record the files into your drive. There is also a micro SD feature here. You can also record to the micro SD card slot.
Okay, so I think it's easy to understand how this takes over sort of the CPU encoding load, but the part where people probably be interested is how does this help when maybe if the mixer crash, how is it helpful?
Sometimes when the mixer crash, you need to have you need to have a video stream out quickly, so you can actually unplug the HDMI port and then insert in from the camera source. So when you insert the camera source, immediately you can go online very quickly.
So you're telling me this one continues to push some sort of stream even if there's no source?
Yeah, absolutely. This unit will continue to stream even when you have no signal coming in. So you will not disrupt your streaming. In many cases that a lot of people are facing issues like once their input audio video input get disconnected, then their stream will go down, and if they want to continue, they have to restream again, and they have to give other people to have another new URL or get another new stream keys, or to get connected.
Yeah, that sounds very painful during a production if you have to do all of that while the show is running. Yeah.
Yes.
Then what about if I want to put a custom graphic when there's no source? Could I do that?
Yeah, you can. Maybe Tu can actually explain to you later on in the UI section that you can actually put in the waiting lists or logos or will be back soon kind of image.
Graphics,
yeah, the graphics.
Yep, and I can see that the build quality is also pretty good. It's all metal casing.
Yes, it's aluminium metal case. This one also have very good airflow options, and we have been testing this out stream by the hours. Simply because we use SRT, we let it turn on for hours to allow other people who want to test the SRT stream to come and pull the stream. So this is what we do, and it's been stable. Very, very good review from most of our customers.
Okay, Yokti mentioned SRT real brief there, so maybe I think this is the part where I can sort of explain the exact protocols this device can actually do. So of course we have the common RTMP protocol, which is the one that's used by YouTube and Facebook and all the common streaming platforms out there, and I think that's what most users are familiar with right now. But this encoder is not limited by that. You can in fact do SRT, as Yokti mentioned, secure reliable transport. It's a new protocol out there that is useful for people who are more into heavy productions when they need a solution to pull in remote feed and they want to do it via the public internet. This is one device that could be useful for you because it can encode in the SRT format and it can transfer the video over internet. And if you're interested in that, maybe we can do another episode specifically on SRT. But on top of that, this particular one that we have here is also NDI. If you notice, Yokti mentioned there's the NDI and non-NDI model. This one can also do NDI encoding, which is useful for productions where they want to easily transfer or convert videos into an NDI format in the local area network so they can pull into their production. And on top of that, we also have the older formats like the RTSP. And in fact, I think OnWith, which is the more, you'll find it more in CCTVs, but it's there for your convenience if you ever need. So pretty heavy, heavy duty unit right here in a small little box, which for a lot of people also it becomes a valuable asset, I think, because when you want to travel and you don't really want to bring a whole CPU just to do your encoding, this can be a very simple fix for that. So yeah, and I think I can also take the opportunity to just show you how the UI itself actually looks like. So
make it bigger.
So yeah, I'm gonna just enlarge this real quick so that you can see. Right now we don't, the sample unit we have isn't really pulling in any sources, but as you can see, you can actually see a preview of whatever you're pushing.
Yeah, can you show like put on the weighting or the logos or something like
Yeah,
that?
that will be done on the text and image overlay, I think. Yep, here. So you can actually go into this page and upload a specific image where you can apply, and in fact it allows you to, I don't have any right now, but if I recall, there's a setting that allows you to trigger the image based on certain criteria, and one of them is if there's no sources, you can then it will trigger the image. So that's how you enable the graphics. But right now I don't have any graphics loaded on this unit. But it takes in JPEG and PNG, so common image formats, so it's pretty easy to work with. And
So the blue screens means that when you are connected to the device or any the source, you will be able to see the video.
Right now it's blue because there is no source,
Mhm.
but once there is a source, you actually see the image of the camera
Yeah.
or whatever it is that you're putting through. So on the mainstream is where we have the main setup for your, as mentioned, there's the SRT and the RTMP streams. In fact, if I wanted 2 RTMP streams, it can be done. Two SRT streams also can be done. So once you edit there, see I can have 2 different RTMP streams where I can push to different platforms. So this becomes valuable when you need to do different resolutions. So like Facebook takes in 720, whereas YouTube can take in up to 1080. Then you can sort of have 2 dedicated streams with different resolutions pushing through the stream. So yeah, we've done testing up to 4 different streams with no issues, no lags. Image is still pretty stable, but we've even heard of user reports where they've tried pushing it up to 7. So yeah.
Yeah. So it is very cost effective. Just 1,190, you can use this device to, to do streaming. You can stream to like so many. You can stream so many keys out to multiple locations as well. Yeah.
So yeah, if you're curious on how to get your hands in one of those, you can always reach out to us. If you want to find out more on how it actually works and you want to test it out with your own setup, feel free to come over and we can always arrange with you how to maybe do a demo, and we'll be more than happy to kind of showcase it to you. So
we have a lot of customers, they buy this, just in case. Like for example, sometimes customer will tell them that, oh, I need to stream to this location, I need to stream to that location. Can you stream to another 2 more different Facebook account and stuff like that? So we tell them that just to get this, and then it is very simple. Connect to your network, and that's it. You can configure via your web UI.
So yeah, if you'd like to get in touch with us, we'll probably leave our contact info at the end of this stream, and feel free to leave a comment or maybe even reach out to us through email. We'll take the time to answer any of your questions. We're more than happy to help the local community in improving the stream quality, because what's the saying? When the sea rises, or the ships also rise, right? I can't remember, I'm bad with my idioms. But yeah, looking forward to seeing you all in the future. So see you around.
See you.